I have so many announcements that I expect this to be a 25-minute video. So we have an update last night that we're going to cover right now. It's kind of small, but it is a thing. There's Frostnite out. Frozen Fjords is here. The map, as you can see visually, has changed. I'm currently streaming on Twitch, link down below. Gifted subs are discounted right now while I run Frostnite. So if you're watching this in the first couple of hours, come say hi. Also, if you gift a sub on Twitch or subscribe normally, you get Discord Nitro for 3 months if you haven't had it for a year. So that's pretty cool. There's also everything that comes with the new season, which is just normal and expected, but it's a lot. And there's an ADVANCEDGG discount. Get 20% off with code BEAST20, link down below. More on that later. And there's a new set in BR. Let's get started. So, as you can see on the map, it is visually different. It looks cool. And Archer mentioned they did a massive amount of updating to Atlas spawning. It should be a lot more consistent and a lot better. And I'm hoping that's a good thing. I'm hoping missions are more consistent. And Frozen Fjords is back. I don't think this is announcing anything specifically new other than confirming the end date, which is something that we knew. That'll be next year, so I'm going to have to update my timeline as a flashbang warning. I have this thing on light mode, but the end of the year is still saying the 22nd because I have this to 2025. I'll update this at some point in the season, but I like to keep it all in the same year so it's less confusing. Map improvements. It's gotten a complete overhaul. With these visual updates, navigation is now easier and mission selection is clearer with improved UI contrast. That is in reference to what you're seeing here. So it's not the in-game map that's different necessarily. It's the same beautiful map that we know and love, but it's also this. Also, big shout out to Archer for providing a bunch of high-res screenshots that I'm now going to be using my thumbnails. So thank you to him. He just felt like taking pictures one day and he let me use them all. Frostnite is back. It's here all season long, and it just explains how it works. The longer you survive, the more tickets you get. You guys know the drill. Speaking of Snowflake tickets, you can just trade them for holiday llamas. They're basically telling you how the season works, and you're welcome to read this if you're a new player. Event Store has a lot of stuff coming along. Again, flashbang warning. I know I didn't do that for my thumbnail. I'm being very inconsistent today, but all of this is stuff we will cover. This is right down here in the blue. All of this is stuff we expect to come out. This is linked to the description of every single daily video, so you guys can keep up with that. And then this will tell you some things that are coming up, but instead of telling you 3 weeks ahead, I got you for the whole season as far as we're understanding. By the way, there should be Snowstrike coming along, but we don't know when she'll be here, so that's it. To ensure healthy progression in the early stages makes the season more enjoyable, we've updated seasonal access requirements. You now need to complete Stonewood Home Base Storm Shield Defense 5. So, you know how you need to complete like 3 in order to basically play the game? Well, now 5 is necessary. So, I don't know if that's a big deal. I've played on my noob account and Storm Shield 5 is pretty doable, but I don't know how many people were ignoring that, but now they have to go and get that taken care of. So, after completing the Defense 3, I'll allow to build up a seasonal currency while progressing at a comfortable pace. So, there you go. Event tickets, you start after 3, the rest of the game is after 5 now. Bug fixes. Ninjas can now Mantis leap consistently. Woo! Some people are reporting this is still happening to them, but we have not been able to recreate that. So if you're having issues, comment down below and thumbs up that commenter. Say it in a productive manner. Shitting on Epic devs it doesn't help anything. It's just good to report the bugs, and Epic will fix it as soon as they can. So in Frozen Fjords, rescue the survivors and destroy the encampments in Chili Cove. Now it's correctly spawned enough objectives. Fixed an issue in Frostnite where traps were missing the Frosty Turf visual. Basically, Frosty Turf is a modifier that freezes your traps. They'll fire at half speed, and enemies, I think, slide on them or something like that. You slide on them? I think you slide on them. Sometimes they weren't updating that visual, but now it's fixed. Some parts of the buildings that were destroyed no longer float in the air. That's kind of nice. That's just a thing that happened during Frostnite. Splash effects no longer appear in waterless cave areas in Chili Cove. There you go. Actually, I think this is in Frozen Fjords as well. An unintended hole in Adventurous Spelunker discovered has now been sealed off. I'm pretty sure... Hey, Archer, was that you? Were you the Adventurous Spelunker? Is that...
Us as well. No.
That's something you've done in dungeons. I'm just wondering.
I don't even know what hole they're talking about.
All right.
To be honest.
All right.
I think I seem to remember that hole.
He remembers that hole.
I think I've seen that hole before.
That was his favorite
I don't
hole.
think I reported the hole.
All right, thank you.
I like that hole. It was a pretty good hole.
I wanted to know if that was Archer or not, because he finds stuff like that in dungeons. But whoever found that has now been sealed, has that sealed off. Because just getting out of the map in general, if there's no Easter egg, it's detrimental. So you could get stuck, and you don't want to die. Right? The lighthouse no longer plays the long blow sound. No, I'm sorry, no longer plays the long blow sound. Long blow. Wait, what? and now sounds the correct intervals. Okay, so that horn that used to happen, I think some people loved it for the atmosphere and some people really didn't like it, and now it just doesn't do that. And reattach the floating chimneys to their roofs. Known issues, I'm not going to cover all of these, but if you're concerned about certain bugs in the game, you can read through these. Shockwave being locked out is kind of a nice thing that they're looking at, and then these are other things that they mentioned before. So that's pretty much the whole update. That's why it didn't get its own video. In 5 minutes, it's pretty much everything covered right there. Let's talk about everything else happening with this season. We are going to get less V-Bucks. I probably should have mentioned this right away, but this is extremely normal. I'm going to bring back that timeline right here. You can see on the right side, bottom right, it says Mutant Season. This is very, very known. Mutant Season means we are going to be seeing less mini-boss missions. So when you play the game normally, right over here, you see some missions like these 4Xs have a mini-boss icon. That literally means an epic... I'm sorry, let me get to my proper recording screen here. An epic mini-boss may appear. That used to happen in normal missions a lot more commonly last season. Those missions tend to have better rewards and therefore more V-Bucks. Mutant Season just doesn't have that. And what that also means is we have a consistent element. Every 4X, besides, I guess even Hunt the Titan, yeah, should have, except for Deliver the Bomb, should have water as their modifier. That means you'll be fighting water enemies, and nature weapons will be ideal. Chain Lightning is going to have a great season. So that is just something to look out for. It is a known thing. The V-Buck drought, so to speak, is not planned by Epic to make everybody angry. It's just a known thing that happens, and I guess we just have off seasons and on seasons, just like that. So now that that's covered, let's go top left all the way across as usual, talk about everything in the weekly update plus the new season beginning. Weapon Supercharger is the the Supercharger reward for this season. If you don't, for this week. It's a lot of information to keep track. I'm doing my best. The description down below explains how to get this quest if you don't have that Weapon Supercharger and you would like it. So just a heads up, not everybody has that. Ventures is here. If you want a complete breakdown for the entire season, I recorded this in advance. It is up immediately. In fact, 25 minutes ago as of recording. You're welcome to check that out. That gets deep into all of the Ventures rewards and everything that you can expect with this season. That is there. Frostnite has a lot going on. The first two things that are available right away is Ice King. He is available all season long. He's one of the best heroes, not just constructors, one of the best heroes in the entire game. His commander perk freezes enemies when they hit your walls, and even in support, he slows everybody by 15% when they walk on your builds. Very, very good hero to have. You basically get him for free. 30 minutes in Frostnite at any power level, by the way, is kind of a freebie. Paper Shredder, super fun. I posted a video on this recently. I called it the Paper Monster because it's awesome. Archer was talking about this weapon forever, telling me how good it was, and then I recorded it, sat on the video forever, and it became a Christmas in July video, but this weapon's incredibly strong. And a tip, that 50% for 10 waves, it resets at the start of the next wave. So if you defend all of wave 6, you kept the burner above 50%. If it dips below 50% before wave 7 starts, you lost that wave. So that's how you want to do it. You want to keep it from the start of the wave to the start of the next wave. That is a full round. So you can do 5 waves out of your 20 rounds in Frostnite, or is it 15? And then, you know, work on it like that. It doesn't all need to be done at once, but this is a worthwhile quest to go for because it's a unique and genuinely strong weapon. So I forgot, is Frostnite 20 waves or 15? So in our Discord channel, Dungeons gets renamed to Frostnite every season, and pinned up here is a ton of useful information. And yeah, we have 20 waves. And I actually use this a lot because I always reference this whenever we're playing because somebody posted this forever ago, and it is super useful. This is really good information. This is actually how I plan my builds because it tells you when there's going to be no prominent element, and then there's going to be a water wave on wave 6, fire, fire, fire. There's one nature wave on 16, and then the last 3 waves are all water. So it's actually like a really good resource to use whenever you're planning out your runs. So there are 20 waves in Frostnite. It's been a couple years since I've taken Frostnite seriously, or I guess, you know, a year since I've played it. So it's a lot to keep track of. There's a lot going on in Frostnite, and those are the main highlights. Below it is the Elite Frostnite section. This is the only quest in Frostnite that requires a specific power level, and it's 128 plus. If you want to get that sexy banner, that is how you do that. You get some extra gold and tickets, and then throughout the season, lone Krampuses are those smashers that are standing around the sides of the map. I believe you get 3 or 4 per Frostnite run, and I think they respawn, but the fastest way to do it is to load in solo. Don't bug people with this. Killing those Krampuses, and I think if you back out, it'll keep your progress, or at least if you fail the wave. I'm not entirely sure how that's working nowadays. I think you want to complete the next wave after you kill those Krampuses, and that's how you can grind that, because 100 of them is crazy. And that also includes mini-bosses, but this is such a grind for a hero that's not that great. I don't even know what he does. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've checked and forgotten many times. So Sentry Gunner Krampus is technically available this season, but I wouldn't sweat it too much. On the event side of things, Sub-Zero Zenith is here. He is one of the best heroes in the entire game because snipers and bows, freezing enemies at any distance, woo, what a good combo. Now, we all know the Xenon Bow just got a massive reduction in its projectile size. Its effectiveness with Sub-Zero Zenith is therefore drastically reduced, about 97% harder to hit enemies now, but very strong if you can get it to work. It's a good deal. Zenith is a great hero. Sliceable is one of those unfortunately timed weapons. It is an extremely good melee. I've covered this on the channel several times. I got videos on Zenith, Sliceable, Ice King, Paper Shredder. It's all out there. I don't know if the description will be loaded or not, but it's a video I recommend watching because the Sliceable, I've actually been preparing in advance in the past where I've recorded videos on it in a fire season so that I could show you how good it is in Frostnite. And I say this because it releases as a water-only element, but it releases during a water season. So you can never buy the Sliceable and then immediately get the most value out of it because water versus water is a 67% damage total, meaning if you're doing 100 damage as a water weapon versus a water enemy, you'll be doing 67 on the end of those calculations, whereas you'll be doing 100% damage versus a fire enemy. That is tricky. So it's a great melee to buy and hold on until next season. So it's a good pickup, but yeah. Another major question a lot of people are going to have is that the hero loadout is not purchasable. I would click this, but you can't exit out of the menu. You need to like exit, save the world, and come back. But it'll give you an error because you can only buy 11 of these because you start out with 5 hero loadouts that you unlock through traditional progression in the game. Then you get an additional 4 by doing Twine, Storm Shield Defense 10, Canny, Plankerton, Stonewood, all 10. That'll give you 9. And then you can purchase an additional 11 hero loadouts capped at 20. So for those of us who have been buying it every season, we're a little confused right now because you can't buy the hero loadout. Tomatek and Archer have each been reading the files and giving me so much information. So I knew this would be capped in advance, but now I can pass on that information to you guys. Now, if that wasn't enough information to cover, 8-Bit Demo is here. He is not a Frostnite hero. He comes around randomly in the weekly shop, just like the medieval and rat rod weapons. So he's just kind of here now. Why not? He gives you a discount when you use explosive weapons. That's awesome. He's one of the better heroes in the game for that specific use case. Because even though it's only a 20% chance not to consume ammo, launchers are some of the strongest weapons in the entire game. And I don't know if I have my insane launcher loadout ready here. I'm slipping over my tongue because again, it's a lot of information, but him plus Star Spangled is huge. You might think 50% plus an additional 20 isn't that much, but you can spam launchers so much. I made that video like 5 or 6 years ago. I can't believe I haven't revisited that loadout in a video. I should do like a series of insane launcher builds. I don't know why I haven't. I've done a million shotgun videos with the same loadout. Why haven't I done that with the launcher video? I think that video stood on its own with the math and everything, but I need to feature that. He's a great hero to have, and when I start making that video, you don't want to be the one missing out on him. Now, the extra evolution material this week is Storm Shard. Not that exciting, but it is there if you are interested, and that finally covers all of the important Save the World news to start this video. Now, this is a daily video, and there are daily things to report. There are some old packs returning in BR. I'm not 100% sure if any of these are terribly exciting. If you'd like to buy any of them with code Mista at your checkout, I greatly appreciate it. But the only new thing I want to mention at the very top is not the locker bundle, but it's the nuclear fusion bundle right here. So it's a skin. It's like an alien, but it's gooey and green. Very fun. Here's the Lego style. The back bling is a rad ball, which is different than a basketball. They're different. It's close, but it is different. And then we got the Meltdown Mace here as well. Very cool. Love the theme. It's like a sports ball alien theme. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Green slurp. Yeah, right. And then we got the Lunar Leapers, which are, kicks. So if you ever wanted to wear boots in this world and you thought $5 for a digital boot was worth it, then you can go ahead and buy that today. You can do that. And then you can buy all of these separately if you so choose. So once again, thank you to those who are using code Mista at your checkout. I get 5% of your purchase at no further cost to you. And Hero, I did not kick you. I restarted my game at the start of every daily video because I just want that to be consistent. If you ever want to be featured on the channel using my code, you can ping me in Discord, and that applies to ADVANCEDGG as well. Yes, I'm very excited for Frostnite. We're going to be running it twice today. Once on the main, once on the noob account. It's going to be a good time. I am very excited for it. And I did mention ADVANCEDGG because currently we got 20% going off right now. And if you buy during this promo period, I get an additional 15% commission, and that's on top of my base 50, which is already high. So I confirmed with them, I'm getting a 65% commission. If you've never tried ADVANCEDGG, you have no idea what it is. It's a powdered energy drink. It's one of the cleanest as far as the health components go, the supplements. So I am not a health expert. You're welcome to read over this and confirm for that on your own, but It's super delicious. This is the Beast Punch. I love that. Is Beast Punch? That's fucking great. So this is one of the more delicious flavors. That's why I put my name on it. And my pink shaker is also back. So you guys might have seen that on the partner page. If you guys want to get that comboed together, get my little logo on it. These things are great. Keeps your drink cool all night long. I don't recommend starting it the next day, but it'll still be cold even in a hot car for many hours. And you can get that bundle here together, and you can get everything 20% off. There's also a lot on the entire site. I'm not going to go through every single flavor. If you want some of my recommended flavors, at the very bottom of this page, I have 6 of them laid out for you. These are not random. I picked these myself. Tiger Blood, one of my favorite flavors. Super delicious. I drank it today. So if you want to check out any of these, you can do so here. Peach Mango, Lychee Rush. These are both hydration, caffeine free. There's lots of good stuff. I could talk about ADVANCEDGG for hours, but to move the video along, I'm going to stop it there. Link down below if you guys want to get 20% off using code BEAST20 at your checkout. So let's get into the missions. This was Tomatek trying to show me the highest levels in ventures. I don't think that is going to work, but it doesn't really matter because nobody can really run past these. If you, for some reason, can get further in ventures, Upgrade Llama tokens number 1 out of 2 are in the 23 and 46 zone in ventures. There seems to be a double legendary in the 46 zone, and the vacuum tube shotgun is insane, but it's in the 82 zone. So some of the hardest grinders might be able to go ahead and pick that up, but I don't expect that applies to most of you. So moving on to Twine, I think the missions are going to be pretty quick in this video. I also have the funny thing to mention here. None of the Ventures missions 4Xs are good. Every single one of them is XP, with one of them being Storm Shards. That is unprecedented. Same with Canny, and almost same for Plankerton. I can't believe it. Even Twine has like 1 drops of rain mission in the 104 player. What is that? That is not Mutant Storm. That is not standard. I have never seen such a lackluster combo of 4X missions before. That is crazy. 94 zone has a Llama token number 3 out of 3, and probably the only one that's generally accessible. The Thrasher in the 94 zone, excellent SMG, very, very good. And someone in my chat called out those grinders as exploiters. I am aware that people do exploit ventures with various tricks that I won't elaborate on today, but there are people who legitimately grind that hard. In fact, Sage, one of the people that I invited to run Frostnite with us, is one of those people that plans to finish ventures completely in 23 hours. Her and her team of grinders do know exactly what they're doing, and without glitches will finish ventures. So when I have a level 50 ventures person in my lobby in the coming couple of days, I promise you she's just insane, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I recommend sleeping. Ventures is here for like 9 weeks. You don't need to do it right away, but you know, hey, if that's what she enjoys. Double legendary in the 132 zone. Pressure Cutter is an excellent melee. Dragon's Breath, I've heard good things about, but I haven't really tried that out myself or followed up on that. Klax is one of the best melees in the entire game. Forceful Slugger, crit hits cause an explosion. And he said check llamas. Are they free today or legendary troll? Oh, did I miss over? Did I not show the llamas? Legendary troll truck is available today. This guarantees, I believe, at least 6 legendaries, and it's kind of worth it. They're not choice like Smorgasbord, but you might get something good. 1,500 extra tickets is a lot, but I'm sorry for missing that earlier, Ryuji. I hope that fixes it. 4x perk up in the 144 player. Then the 160s, if anybody's gonna bother running these, are all pretty good. We have like we have bad Twine missions all the way up until the end. You see, we got 4x drops of rain in the 104 player. Then we've got, was it the 140 zones with 4x perk up. And then the 160s are all stacked. Look at this. I mean, it's like a 4.5 out of 5 because Deliver the Bomb will not count towards your weapon supercharger, but still 5x perk up on all of these except for Eye of the Storm. That's a great spread of missions. So if you want to run any of these 10 times in a row, pretty much all of these are great. Retrieve the Data is the most consistent. Repair the Shelter is the easiest. And yeah, that's an easy supercharger right there. As I mentioned with the 4x's, I've got 1 note in Canny and then we're out of Canny. That's it. Double legendary. Floor Launcher is good for pushing enemies up into the air. Triple Tap is a sniper that exists. That's not clickbait. I recommend recycling it for weapon designs if you desire. Apparently the person who mentioned in chat got a mythic lead from their Troll Truck Llamas, so congratulations. If that applies to you, comment down below so we can say congratulations. 4x drops the rain, the 19-4 player, and I think literally Stonewood is all Hunt the Titan. Yeah, that is just brutal. I don't like that it's stealing our rewards, but it is a thing. And I do believe I skipped over a new song in BR and a bundle where none of the items are new, but the bundle is new, so if you want a discount, it's there. But otherwise, I think that just about covers everything in BR that I wanted to mention. And yeah, since I said it'd be a 20-minute video anyway, let's see if we can do some jokes. Well, I am still recording. Hello. Do you guys want to be my live audience for the jokes?
I guess.
Sure, it can't be any worse than last time.
We should
surely.
stick together,
Sure.
and it's a happy roll of tape. I'm proud of you guys.
I'm gonna
Get
go
it?
somewhere.
It's a Prada purse. Okay, TJ, wait, no, don't leave. Wait, we got a good one. So, M called.
I'm kidding.
It says M. Why does this M called 007 into the office for a meeting. She told him, James, I have a new mission for you. Oh, that was 007. You will be impersonating a red-headed real estate developer. That is so specific. He said, but I have dark hair. Do you expect me to wear a wig? And she said, no, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die. Okay. Oh my god.
Okay, way to be straightforward.
Kind of funny.
Joe said, I taught my kids about democracy tonight. I told them to vote on which pizza to order and which movie to watch. And Meredith said, oh, that's such a sweet idea. How did it go? And he said, well, they weren't happy. And she said, why not? And he said, I picked the pizza and the movie I wanted because I'm the one with the money. Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
so it's not a joke, just an insight into our reality.
Okay, a little too real. It's too real. We need to cool down with this one. What's the most important part of the Pope-mobile? The catalytic converter. That doesn't even... That's so bad.
It does. No, it does.
The catalytic converter? Is that what
As
it
opposed
says?
to a catalytic converter.
These are so bad.
There is such a thing as a catalytic converter, and so that's a good pun.
You're so delicious. Okay, I did one more pun. All right, thank you for watching. I said it'd be a 20-minute video. It's an update video, new season video, event overview, new stuff in BR and missions all in one. So there's a lot to get through, and I think we got there. So yeah, AdvanceDGG, link down below, get 20% off. It supports me a ton. 65% commission's huge. I'm live on Twitch, get a discount on gifted subs, and yeah, welcome to the new season.